Hey, what's up guys? This is Trey from the band the Icarus account, and I'm here today to teach you a song I wrote called Yellow Shirt. First thing you need to know is it's capoed on the 3rd fret. I actually keep my guitar tuned a half step lower, all the strings in standard, so instead of being E, A, D, G, B, E, the strings are actually D sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. Got to think about that every time. So that's the first thing you need to know. Capo 3, but that's with half step lower. So if you have your guitar tuned in standard, go ahead and just capo 2, and that way you'll be in the same key. Basically, the song is based off of the C chord, and it kind of has a moving bass line with a repeating little C chord there. And so basically the first note is if you're capo 3, I'm gonna talk calling fret number 4, that's gonna be number 1, since we're just gonna use the capo. So just so that you guys know what I mean when I talk about the frets. But the first chord is 1st fret. I use my middle finger on the top string, the lowest string there. That would be an F, if we're counting from standard from the capo. So you think of it as F, it's like an F chord. So you put your middle finger there, and you put your 1st finger on the 2nd string, also on the 1st fret. And the key with this is keeping your thumb way down on the neck. A lot of people when they play guitar, their thumb is way up here above on top, but with this song you really want to keep your thumb down, behind on the middle of the neck, and that'll give you that range to kind of move your elbow in towards your body, and that way you can get your hand all the way around. So once you get the feel for that chord right there, it's pretty simple. The song's pretty simple. So the next chord is a C, and so I just use my pinky to just hit the 3rd fret on the A string, and then you keep this 1st finger in place the whole time. And then the next chord after that is you move to a G chord, so I just use my ring finger and I hit the 3rd fret of the E string, and still keeping that 1st finger in place there. So you have F, C, and G, and that makes up the 1st verse. The strumming is you use fingers. I finger pick with this song, and I use kind of a boom, 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 with a thumb, and then your index and your middle finger. So the thumb is on whatever note you're using as the bass note, and then these 2 fingers are on the B string and the G string. So that's the 2nd and 3rd string, and those keep hitting that. So you just go bass note, treble note, bass note, treble note, bass note, treble note, and so then you play it fast, and it's so that's basically the strum pattern. It's just so to play the song in the intro, you throw in kind of these walk-in notes from chord to chord. So you're going from the F chord to the C chord, and you throw in an A as a walk-in note. And then when you're going back to the F chord, you throw in an E, which is open on the last string as a walk-in note. So open on the 2nd to last string, open on the last string, open on the 2nd to last string, and then you go to the G. So the bass notes, I'll say them as I play them. It's F, A, C, E, F, A, G, E, F, A, C, and then you go straight to the G here. And then in the interludes, and the only time I lift this 1st finger up on the 2nd string is on these little kind of interludes, and I just do something like. So you just kind of walk up, and you keep playing the 2nd and 3rd strings with your index finger and your middle finger, and you walk up open on the B string, first fret on the B string, third fret on the B string. So again, it looks like this.
Smile that's shining brighter than I ever could tell. I know that she means business, cause she won't say a word to me.
And that's the whole first verse. Then you get to the pre-chorus, which is the... Cause
when she acts like herself, I swear that she outshines everyone else.
And all you do is you play those 3 chords that I taught you, the F, the C, and the G, but you just play it and hold it.
And no one's fine on their own, don't you know?
And you do that little walk up on the B string again. And then the chorus is just the F chord, C chord, G chord, and then A minor, G, F. So that's all it is. So the A minor, it's an A minor 7, and you play it with your second finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. You play the G string open, and you play the 1st fret of the 2nd string. So that's A minor. So the chorus chords are F.
She's wearing Gracie, without a thought of change. G, I've been desperately.
A minor, G, F.
Even when it rains, the sun is still ablaze. And right now in the dark, she is my shining star.
Back to the intro. And then the second verse is exactly the same. The second pre-chorus is exactly the same. Second chorus is exactly the same. So that brings us to the bridge, which is really the same as the intro. When I play it live, I play it the same as the intro. On the recording, we had some different leads going on and different things, some different ideas that you can do just to kind of play around with and have fun. I'll teach you some different licks. Basically, as I play it, so you just play the intro. So all I'm doing there is when I play the F chord, I then play the D, which is the 3rd fret on the B string, before I move to the C chord. So pinky down with the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And then the next part, I go to the C chord and I just hit 3rd fret on the E string, 3rd fret on the B string, and open on the E string. Now the tough part here is the right hand, because your melody, what you actually do is use your ring finger and your middle finger. So you go ring finger, middle finger, and then middle finger, index finger, and then again ring finger, middle finger. So that's what makes it tricky. So again, we'll go over that again. It's you play the C chord and you play the 3rd fret of the 1st string, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, open on the 1st string. And the right hand fingerings are middle finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, middle finger, ring finger. And you can think about it as just your index finger always plays the G string, your middle finger always plays the B string, and your ring finger always plays the E string. So that's the easiest way to keep it simple. So that's a little lick that you can play in the bridge. And again, when you get to the bridge, it goes like this. And all that is there. It's the walk up that we learned earlier, but you play it backwards and then forward. So it starts with your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, 1st fret 2nd string, open, and then you got the walk up. So there you go, that's the whole song. And then you go back to the chorus one more time, and then and when it gets loud, I kind of skipped a part. When it gets loud on the 2nd chorus, all you do is you play the chords. These are kind of just variations of chords. The F chord, the C chord, the G chord, and the A minor chord on the chorus. You just actually play the full chord. So the way I play an F chord is, instead of barring the whole thing like your standard form 1 bar chord, I just drop this finger down, so the 1st finger bars the first 2 strings on the 1st fret, and then you have your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then your pinky finger and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th and the 5th string. So when it gets loud, I'll play it for you.
Without a thought of change, and I've been desperately trying to make her see that even when it rains, the sun is still ablaze. And right now in the dark, she is my shining star. She's been wearing gray without a thought of change, and I've been desperately trying to make her see that even when it rains, the sun is still ablaze. And right now in the dark, she is my shining star.
So there you go, that's the whole song. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, feel free to email us at theicarusaccount@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and we look forward to seeing you next time.